to Team Secret versus OG in the Epic League. I'm sure this is going to be a very exciting game. I mean, both of these two teams have, you know, they're just two of the best teams in the world so far. I mean, there's not really much anything anyone can really say about that. Team Secret is probably arguably the best team in the world, but Team OG is the most successful team in the world, that's for sure. Seems like they've won 2 TIs back to back. So let's see how these two juggernauts of the Dota realm go up against each other and who's going to come out on top. I think either way, no matter who wins or who loses, this is going to be a pretty exciting game to watch, that's for sure. The Secret lead up just the Morphling ban. I mean, normally these initial 4 bans are like super quick and they're over in seconds, but these two teams, they're really thinking about it. OG actually banned out the Omni Knight. That is a hero that Secret have been running the last few games. They put it into the hands of Puppey, and they, you know, it's just such an effective position 5, buffing up the position 1, whilst also giving it constant healing support. It's pretty strong. Even OG started doing it as well. They picked up in a couple of their games. I don't know if they were literally just copying Secret or not, or whether if, you know, it's something that they've thought about beforehand. I don't know, but even still, they just banned it out. Seems how Secret does have the first pick, and it is probably going to be a high priority pick from them. So we'll see what OG ban on their second one. If it's not the Magnus, I'm pretty sure it's going to be a Magnus pick. That is just another position 5 that Secret love to pick and put it into the hands of Puppey. So we'll see how it goes. They ban out the Slardar, also another high priority pick on the side of Secret. So we'll see what they're going to grab up first. There is even an IO available in the pool. Puppey likes picked up as well. Choices. What do they want? Who knows? Do they know themselves? Does OG know? Well, they can lead up, and there it is, the Magnus pickup. So that is going to be their position 5 in the hands of Puppey, and an instant snap response from OG coming out with the IO. Because they're probably thinking, right, if you don't take IO, we're going to take it. Then if you take IO, then we're probably going to take Mag. So OG very quick there to respond to that pick. Very comfortable with this IO matchup now. So we'll have to wait and see what position 1 Secret are going to pick up to go in conjunction with this Magnus. Obviously, you want it to generally be a melee core to really benefit from the cleave coming out from the Empower. Let's see if that's what they're going to... Well, pretty much guaranteed that's what they're going to go with. We'll see what it does. They lead up with the Lina, though, their second pickup. Most likely going to be for YapzOr in the position 2 role. I believe Nisha has played it a few times in the mid lane, but it's most likely going to be for YapzOr, I imagine. OG actually instantly pick up the Sven now as their second grab, so that's their core already taken up. So now Secret can really try and think of what heroes go well against Sven. So things like PA perhaps, because if you've got the PA, you're going to force the Sven to build an MKB. It's not really an item that he wants to build. So that's a good matchup in itself. We'll probably see OG ban that out. They probably want to ban out other sort of position ones that like to go for a butterfly as well. So any sort of hero which likes to gain some sort of evasion is generally pretty good against Sven. Just every single time you get a lucky miss, then it's just so much damage avoided. So a lot of worth. So OG immediately banned out the PA. Take that out there. It's gone. They don't want to go up against it. So remove it from the game. Secret, they take away the Pugna and the Invoker, so that'll be targeted towards Topson. Try to limit his hero pool now. The next high priority player to screw over. To see what else they might take away from Topson's hero pool. Maybe Secret have already got their position 1 lined up of what they think they want to go for. But I mean, there is still 2 bans to come out from OG yet, so it could throw their plans into disarray, if they have any. How does Lifestealer do against Sven? The whole lifestealing aspect is good, but it's still quite a lot of damage that comes out from Sven. It's relatively hard to match that pace. Where did you take away the Alchemist? I mean, the Alchemist with a Magnus is this goddamn savage. Just you get such unreal GPM. The Martu have probably like 20,000 net worth, and mid one will probably only have about 8,000. It's a quite smart ban there as well. It is a hero that is in Secret's wheelhouse. They'll gladly take that up if the lineups allow it. If there's an open space, they'll take it. So, seeing as how OG have this global presence of the Sven and the IO, they're probably going to want to be trying to pick up a position 3 and a position 2 who can maybe just set up the ganks. So someone who has generally some sort of high duration stun or disable that can allow for the relocate time. There's quite a lot to choose from. Then it could always be Seb's Enigma. He does like to play that quite a bit. He even likes to play Darkseer. They don't really run it in their pro games that much, but I mean he does enjoy playing it in his pubs. And it is a nice hero. Not exactly set up for the relocate, but it definitely sets up for the nice AoE damage coming out for the Sven. Just bringing everyone into one tight little ball to just get slapped in the face, take the bajillion damage, and probably die. They're really thinking about it though. They're really thinking about this third pick. Using up pretty much all of their reserve time. Well, not all of it, but a huge amount of it. Down to 40 seconds already. Well, they will take up something now. And it's actually going to be the Dark Willow. So most likely going to be for Sux as the position 4. And there's a couple of good position 3s to set up for the Dark Willow. You got the Mars. That's a pretty good setup for it. Who else is pretty good? Dragonite's not bad. But it's not really heroes that you tend to see in the hands of Seb. Maybe they might be running the Elder Titan. The Elder Titan Stomp is a good setup for the Dark Widow to easily hit those brambles as well. And the ET is definitely a hero that that OG loves to pick up. They can put it in his hands in mid 1. Seb's hands. I think even Suxer can play it, but I mean, obviously he won't be playing this game as there is a Dark Widow up. The Secret are actually going to go for the Underlord. Most likely going to be for Zai in the off lane. So it's a hero that obviously doesn't really like to rotate that much. Just likes to sit in his lane and apply as much pressure as he can. Plus, it makes it difficult for the Sven to farm up against him just for those constant Firestorm spams. So it's not going to be the easiest lane for mid 1 to farm in, but you shouldn't get pressured too badly. You should still be able to find space. OG, they grab the Beastmaster as their position 4, so that'll be for Seb. Position 4, position 3, sorry. So it's not exactly like there's an easy set up for like kills with the Dark Willow, but even still, whoever does come out for the position 1 decided secret, it's the Beastmaster and the Willow is definitely going to be able to apply a nice bit of pressure onto him. Plus the Beastmaster can just be left in that lane on their own, so the Willow will be able to rotate round to the mid, potentially try and set up for some early ganks. But there is still Topson's hero left to pick up for the side of OG, so we'll see what it is. Still waiting for Secret to grab their 4th hero now. So is it going to be Nisha's hero or going to grab their POS 1? So they actually grab the Enchantress. So is this going to be a core Lina or a core Magnus? Well, the Ench is going to be most likely for Puppey as a position 5. So I guess this Mag's going to be for Nisha in the mid lane. And Zai will still take the Underlord to the off lane. So just Matumba Man's hero left to pick up the secret. And they're still looking for a position 1 that could really make use of the empowers. Even though it is going to be Nisha on it, so it's not going to be like a constant empower bot. You know, it's still going to be the odd occasion where they will be able to benefit from it. I think maybe the Beastmaster pickup just made Secret sort of swap their builds around. And the Enchantress can make the Beastmaster's life a living hell. Every single time he summons one of his boars, you just go over, enchant it, and then you've now got your own board just whacking him instead. And that can definitely swing the balance in these lanes. And plus, that means the Enchantress doesn't even have to worry about hunting into the jungle to try and even find a creep. There's always going to be a creep there, ready for him to take. Very high value creep as well. So they take away the Monkey King. Definitely a hero that Topson does enjoy playing. Places Void gets taken out by OG. There's still a lone druid in the pool. Doesn't really work too well with this lineup. He might be a tiny bit greedy because I mean the Underlord is not really going to be able to assist the other lanes too much. The Secret take away the Viper. Maybe thinking then they want maybe pick up an Aura, so maybe Spectre. Yep, they do grab Spectre. Okay. Plus you can make use of the Empower. Seems how Spectre just has like hardly any farming mechanics at all to herself, so this Empower will definitely be able to ramp up her farming speed quite a nice amount. But still, we're going to see what OG can grab for their mid lane now for Topson. Maybe... Ooh. Okay, so we go for a Bristle. So is this still going to be mid Bristle on Topson? Yeah, it looks like it will be. So Topson mid on the Bristleback, so still most likely to be Nisha mid with the Magnus. Or maybe Secret thinking about maybe putting the Underlord now in the mid lane. The Firestorm obviously makes good use of the against the Bristle, but no, never mind. They will just keep it the same as. So Nisha to go in mid as the Magnus, and everyone else pretty much all these heroes on the respective players that you would imagine. I mean, look at these lineups. I think if Nisha has a rough time in the mid lane, I think Secret might just get run over in this. There's a lot relying on him actually having a decent start to his game and actually being able to become a dominant force to make space for this Spectre. I mean, Zai, he can have a decent lane, but obviously it's not really that important. Purely because if there's like a farmed Underlord, it's not like he's going to be making big rotations around the map and trying to make space that way. But I mean, at least if he has a good time, that means mid 1 will be having a rough time. So at least then it might slow down the Sven's farm, but he won't really have like some sort of huge impact himself in the coming fights. So I think I'm slightly leaning more towards OG at this point. I think I do prefer their lineup. Just got a little bit more flexibility in my opinion. Because even if mid 1 does have a slightly rough time, it's a Sven with a IO pairing, so he's going to easily be able to just drop into the jungle and farm up super quick with his built-in cleave and the attack speed bonus from N0tail. I imagine he's probably going to get like a Mask of Madness and whatnot. Items you tend to see.
That was hot.
We'll see what Matumba Man is going to build. He could potentially go for like a Hand of Midas, perhaps. Purely for the fact that he can't always rely on Nisha to give him the power to ramp up his farm. Obviously, we'll still see that Blade Mail obviously coming out, but you know, he could potentially still grab the Midas as well. It would be a little bit greedy actually. Seems how OG's lineup will probably be threatening them at the earlier portions, like early mid game around that period. So it could be a little bit too risky. So yeah, he might just leave it. Just go with the Blade Mail. But it looks like it's just going to be 2 for 2 on the bounties. I haven't had the rain weather effect on in so long. I forgot it was even on the shuffle. It's pretty nice. Very atmospheric. So is this a potential tri-lane from OG? Or no, there you go. Sux is rotating up to the top. So they're actually swapped their lanes around a little bit. Seb and Sux are running their off lane into the safe lane. So they've got like a pseudo off lane going on. And mid 1 and N0tail are actually going to go up against Martu and Puppey. Definitely a more favourable matchup for mid 1. Hasn't got to constantly be dealing with these fire spirits. Plus Seb also avoids Puppey, so his balls aren't going to be constantly stolen away from him. It's a very nice little switch around there from OG. I don't think Secret was quite suspecting it. There's a little bit of a couple of slaps on both sides there at the top, taking a bit of damage. Everyone got wounded. Very evenly distributed, that pain. Very nice. In the mid lane, I think Nisha's slightly ahead on CS, but I mean, there is still another wave though for Topson to actually get. Tried to get that little last dead the spines, but a little nice deny there by Nisha. So pretty much identical CS, only one deny on top of Nisha, so very evenly matched between these two. We'll see if actually gaining any more levels changes that balance at all. I mean, obviously it's more points going to the spines. It will be the Quill Spray, sorry, it will be a little bit more difficult for Nisha, but obviously he's got that magic stick, so he doesn't really mind about that spam too much. Just means free regen for him. Oh, it's N0tail game. Oh, this is blocking up the creep camp. Wants to make sure that no big creepies spawn for Puppey to steal away and actually harass mid 1 out the lane. A nice little play there by him. Plus doing this move means you don't have to waste any money on like a sentry ward, so save 75 gold and still gets the job done. Puppey does get the pull off. I thought it was going to be very early then, but still manages to succeed. So all these lanes are pretty chill at the moment. Might potentially see a kill opportunity come out from Secret in their off lane once they hit level 3. And Zai will probably take the Pit of Malice as these third level up, and then they could try and set up like an LSA Dragon Slave combo. Does have the potential to do a big chunk of damage. Just depends if anyone on the side of OG actually step out far enough to actually get caught out by that play. But in the mid lane, it's still very, very even on CS. Just 3 denies Phoenicia. That's like the advantage over the top of Topson. That's all that really is it in this mid lane so far. The mid one, he's getting quite low down bot. There is the healing salve coming out though there from N0tail. Can easily heal up mid one. So then the CS between these two carries also incredibly even. 19-1 to mid one to the 18-2 of Matumba Man. So everything's just it's very neck and neck across the board. There's a 5 CS difference between Seb and Zai, so Seb is having a slightly better time. But obviously, it's not exactly insurmountable at this point. Especially now Secret up here, both level 3, but he went for 2 points into the Firestorm, so he doesn't really want to go for any sort of Pit of Malice setups to the LSA. Just wants to mainly focus on the damage coming out with the Firestorm to try and just get some kills into the balls. This puppy just poking and prodding onto mid one. He is doing a nice amount of damage, but obviously there is the constant heals coming out from N0tail. Plus with those 2 emergency fairy fires, if he needs to. Quickly buff mid one's HP back up. I just keep poking at him, but they don't really have much utility to actually try and bring a kill. They are trying to focus him down now. He's taking quite a bit of damage. He's going to be forced to run back. So he will survive. It looks like likewise up top, Secret maybe tried to make a move there onto Seb, but they didn't quite find the opportunity. So he survives. It looks like it does end up being a 3 bounty favour towards OG. So a nice little slight gold boost for them. Secret's even left there one. I imagine that's just for Nisha to fill up his bottle when he needs to. So it's actually Nisha's taking quite a lead now on the CS. Oh, up top. It was actually YapzOr that fell. I mean, they did get the return kill onto Seb, but that was the first blood bonus for OG there. I missed that, unfortunately. So I'm not quite sure how it went down. Where was he? Oh, it was actually behind the tier 1, so Secret going big. Trying to go for some like nice cheeky little cheeky first blood, but unfortunately it didn't quite pan out that way. Soxa, you need to be careful. You just run up high ground on Tanisha. You can take quite a bit of damage. Even skews him towards YapzOr. Even going to commit the RP. I suppose he doesn't really have to save it with any sort of big plays. But they need to make sure they kill Soxa out of this. Oh. Oh. He's getting juked out. The shockwave commits. And even the LSA, the Dragon Slave, but Soxa actually survives. And that was an RP committed. The first RP of the game, and he goes completely tits up. That's a little bit unfortunate there for Nisha. But at least they finally get a kill onto Seb up top. Ooh, down bomb. Even mid one dies. Bloody hell, missing kills left, right, and centre. I was trying to watch Soxa die. He doesn't even end up dying. And 2 kills happen elsewhere. God damn it. That's just my luck. Maybe still. Secret, they're recovering there for Nisha. You're like, don't worry, bro. Yeah, sure, you made a little mistake, but we're getting kills in return. So don't worry about it. It's all good. So Seb's actually died twice up here now. So lane's getting a little bit threatening from Secret. It's just burst damage coming out from these 2 heroes. It's not even like burst damage, really. It's just sustained damage. Getting lucky with that regen rune there by Topson. Very lucky indeed. So we'll see what sort of build Topson's actually going to go with to try and, like, I don't know, sort of needs to come online relatively early to match the pace coming out from mid one. It all depends on what sort of build mid one's going for. So Seb, he's still working towards that Helm of the Dominator. About 100 gold away. So by no means the fastest one in the world. But I mean, he has suffered a little bit up top. Had 2 deaths onto him. And he's dropped down on that CS chart a fair bit. In 6th place. Sucks just poking and probably... Ooh. Puppey. I think he tried to go for like maybe a ward spot, but he ends up getting caught out. Loads of vision from the side of OG. They got 5 wards out on the map. You got 2 down here. They even got super deep vision into the triangle of secret. I mean, they can see quite a bit of the map looking at the fog of war. It's pretty nice. We'll see what they're able to do with all this information that they are getting from across the map. Maybe they want to try and set up some easy ganks, perhaps. We'll have to wait and see. They see how Topson, he gets spied out. He's right underneath this ward. Puppey's just blocking him out with the creep there. Finally gets sucked back in there by Nisha. Even going to commit the RP onto him now. N0tail is coming in. Doesn't have the relocate to try and bring him out here safely. But even still, Topson, he's still alive. He's sustained himself, spamming out these quills. He gets super low, but it's not enough. The relocate finally comes out from N0tail and he saves him. They managed to bring him out whilst getting a kill onto Puppey. Oh, even Zai getting caught out now by Suxer, taking a bit of damage, but Zai will manage to fall back. Now Topson just comes back in full HP, and they're able to carry on doing what they're doing. That was another RP committed by Nisha, and they don't find the kill yet again. These heroes on OG are just so goddamn hard to kill, especially Bristleback. And I think Secret, they were sure they could have brought him down. It was 4 heroes all surrounding him. It was so damn tanky these early portions of the game, especially with max levels into his passive. And they're just going to jump straight onto Puppey now. Good lord, Topson hits like a truck. His auto attacks plus those cool sprays with the double damage on top makes quick work of Puppey. And now he's just going to steal away these ancients. So OG are finding space everywhere now. Starting to build up a lead. Onto 2k now. Topson very nicely sat at the top of that net worth at the moment. 1100 gold over the top of Nisha. 2 tier 1s drop at exactly the same time across the map. More gold just flowing into OG's pockets. And Zayas just TP himself out of there with his ultimate. Looks like OG, they just want to keep this pressure going. They did spot Masu farming up by this tier 1 tower. And Topson, I thought maybe he's going to want to dive to tier 1 for it. But instead they're just going to focus down this tier 1 tower. Scan's even connected there, but they don't actually find the grab onto him. Masu manages to slip out the back of the trees. But even still, there's going to be another tier 1 tower falling. Looks like Secret, they want to try and make the counter play. They're going to move all onto mid 1 now. There's the relocate coming out from N0tail. They're going to try and come out. They bring Topson in. They want to try and turn this fight around. The Goon Break gets committed by Yapzor, and it brings mid 1 down to his knees. And it looks like they should be able to avoid everything. Topson actually is just going to get left behind by N0tail. No, he's going to come back in. Oh no, he cancels again at the last second, so they're all going to fall back. It looks like Saxo, they found the grab onto Zion. That's going to be an easy kill setup there for Topson. I mean, sure, this Underlord's tanky, but this Bristle just hurts way too much. He's hitting for 200 damage a hit. That's what he was. 12 minutes in, that's pretty painful. He's got the RP committed. He will actually do it. He's going to push Topson towards the tier 1 tower. Lagoon Blade, the LSA does connect. But Thompson, he's still able to survive. Now he's got his back to where everyone's going to have a lot of damage reduction. He's still getting slowed up. Just a couple more hits. Finally, he goes down. Took so damn long, though. But you've brought him down once. You can bring him down again. Finally, Nisha gets a successful kill with this RP. Hooray. Third one. 13 minutes in. I'm sure you wanted one a little bit sooner than that, but better late than never. I mean, meanwhile, though, Seb's just been obnoxiously pressuring into the triangle of Secret. Tries to take away all the farm as much as he can from that area. Definitely limiting the space that Martu can farm up. So he chose not to go for like the Hand of Midas or anything to try and ramp up his farming speed. Just sticks with the Blade Mail. Fortunately, has the Empower on him this time to at least help his farming speed a little bit. I thought maybe Seb wanted to go for a jump there onto Martu. The relocate was available from No Tail, but he changes his mind. Maybe just not quite aware on who on the side of Secret was nearby. Plus it was right next to a tier 2 tower, so TP responses would have come in immediately. Oh, mid one. He runs into the Nisha. He doesn't have his RP available, so not going to be any chance to grab a kill onto him. Especially with Thompson nearby. Would have been a very difficult kill to get.
Normally.
So mid one, he's got his Mask of Madness, he's got his Echo Saber, working towards that BKB. Wants to be able to just avoid some of the magic damage and the lockdown coming out from Secret. The LSAs, the Pit of Malice. A lot of skills can make it really obnoxious for him to actually move around in these fights. It looks like Thompson and Sux are just applying pressure on Secret on their own. Just the two of them's enough. There is Seb sat in the backs and reserves just in case, but they've already forced Secret away from their bounty room. And this is going to be 4 bounties. All going towards Secret. Well, actually, OG, sorry. But even still, Puppy, he did actually snipe away one of the bounties with the Troll Berserker. So they find some sort of space. I mean it's not exactly like that gold goes into their pockets, but I suppose they limit a little bit from OG. I don't think OG really care that much. They're already 5k ahead, 15 minutes in. And this gap's probably only going to grow as the farmer speed that comes out from a Sven is just really goddamn hard to contest. Especially when you're just a Spectre, which doesn't even have like constant 100% Empower uptime. Obviously, as the Magnus is a core. There's an Echo Saber up for Nisha, and he's actually going for the Blink Dagger as his second item. He needs some way to actually just make a play. I think that's what Secret's lacking at the moment. They don't have any easy way to initiate. It's pretty much all onto Nisha at this point. And he needs that Blink Dagger to get that done. Oh, he's actually going to swap it out for the MKB. So Secret, like I was saying, they're going to lack a way to initiate onto these fights. Maybe choosing to just go purely defensive for a while. OG, they're just working onto this tier 2 at the bot lane. Comes down so quickly. God Strength plus Mask of Madness plus Overcharge, sorry. And they're just diving straight towards this tier 3 tower. The glyph's already been used. There's no protection coming out for Secret's buildings. It's going to force mass TPs back. We'll see if they're actually able to find anything to make a little bit of space. Mid-one, he did get caught by the Pit of Malice and lots of follow-up stuns. Take a lot of damage, even the glue blades to the face. The nice relocate backwards there from No Tail. Doesn't take him all the way back to the base. Just wants to fall back a little bit. Maybe we'll keep this pressure going. You know, it's quite a lot committed by Secret. I mean, really it's just the Gloom Blades, their big long cooldown spell, but they're still hanging around here. Mid-one has fallen back a little bit, just farming up the creep camps. Looks like maybe now they will actually fall back. But even still, they done a nice chunk of damage. Half HP on that tower, plus forced pretty much every single member on the side of Secret to come back. Looks like maybe Secret, they want to set up for a gank onto mid-one. They've come in here with the ultimate from Zai. So I don't think mid-one would be expecting this right now. Let's see if he gets caught out. So, hits him with the Pit of Malice. Gonna follow up, but the BKB immediately gets popped by mid one. Even the Special Hawk came in there from Matu to try and get a jump onto him. But that instant BKB just completely makes Secret do a U-turn. Back out of there. I suppose that's a victory in itself. That's the first charge of this BKB used up, so the 10 seconds gone. But even still, OG now just going to roll straight into this pit. Nothing that Secret can really do to contest this. There's just way too much vision coming out from Seb that they can spot any move from Secret trying to come into this area. Instead, Secret, they're just going to have to just carry on farming as much as they can. It's actually a Radiance queued up now for Matu. I mean, it will mean that there is going to be that mischance coming out from the Radiance, so potentially mid one's going to be forced to go for an MKB. They actually find a quick grab onto Yapzor up top. Look, he tried to go for a TP out, but unfortunately couldn't quite get there in time. Ends up getting caught. Looks like Zai might get caught himself. He will go for the TP out rather than choosing to stick around for the next wave. Solar Crest now on Seb. Just going to turn mid one even to this even bigger of a raid boss. Giga armor, giga attack speed, giga damage. It's looking pretty scary now for the side of Secret. They still need like, I don't know, a good 10-15 minutes before Matu really has the potency to become a threat in these team fights. Looks like he may even get caught out here. Seb is coming from the round, instantly going to commit the roar on top. There's no relocate coming out from No Tail just yet, but doesn't really matter. Mid one's already here. The RP comes out though from Nisha, going to make a little bit of time for Matumban to get out there. He goes for the TP. Looks like Nisha might get caught out himself, but I mean, he kept Matu alive, so that's all that matters. And on the other side of the map, they actually managed to get a return kill onto No Tail, and Zai with the Dark Rift manages to bail just before Topson was able to bring him down as well. So it ends up being a 1-for-1 trade across the map. Obviously, the Magnus is a high priority kill, so it does favour OG. And it looks like, once again, it's most likely going to be 3 bounties to 1. So this lead for OG just getting bigger and bigger. Even the RP on cooldown for still 90 seconds. So OG, they probably feel super safe just to carry on doing what they're doing. They don't really care all that much. Topson even just pressured onto tier 3 on his own. Just doing so much damage to Matu. No one else really has to get committed. Still just poking and prodding onto this tower. Topson is just sat in the front. He's got the Aegis. He doesn't really care if he goes down. He's just going to keep focusing onto this tower. Even though Tail jumps on in, he's just going to keep him sustained now. Heal up. Nisha pulls Topson all the way back into the rest of Secret. So Topson's a little bit out of place, but even still, it's going to be full HP Bristleback. It's not the easiest kill to find out in the world. The LSA connects. Terrorized. Gets cancelled out by Saxo, but still, Matu's just trying to poke and prod. The tier 3 finally falls. But Matu's actually taking more damage than Topson is at this point, and he's forced to go back. Meanwhile, the God Strength comes out from mid one, going to start to focus down to the rack. It does bring it down. Topson gets queued back once again. Still, everyone inside the Secret trying to bring him down. He's getting pretty low. But then finally, the Gouda gets committed by Yapzor, stabs him in the back, and brings Topson down. Now, mid one, he's going to immediately pop his BKB and just go for the TP out. Ooh, Saxo tried to go for the TP out as well with the Dark Realm, but the Pit of Malice comes out from Zai, traps him in place. So Secret, they find 2 kills, but it does cost them the tier 3 and the melee barracks. So there is going to be that constant subtle pressure coming out from the bottom lane of OG. Just a little bit of a nuisance that Secret has to deal with occasionally. Double damage gets spotted out top. Ooh, really coming out there from No Tail. Brings in mid one, but unfortunately for him, Zai had already snatched that DD away. Luckily he was there. A double damage Sven would have been really damn scary, especially seeing as though he has a bottle on him. Obviously it is No Tail's bottle, but even still. So the Blink Dagger actually ended up working out quite nicely there for Nisha. Decided to go back for that rather than going for the BKB. Managed to get a nice couple of skewers and Topson. Netted the kill onto him at least. That's quite a high value kill as well, I believe. Only 330 gold, not too much. I suppose he'd already died beforehand and lost his kill spree. Up top. Looks like Nisha and Puppey want to make a move on Sucks, but there's been a rotation coming out now from mid one. He's going to jump on top of both of them. Terrorize comes out, forces Nisha to run straight to those bambles. He will commit the RP again, go for the skew route and try and TP out of here. It looks like Puppey's just been left all on his own. I don't think there's anything he can do to survive this. One more hit from mid one brings him down. And Bambi gets chopped in half. Nice bit of venison on the menu. Sounded very morbid, that. Looks like Thompson. He's getting stun locks in place. Oh, Nisha with the aftershock and then screwing him back in space. But this comes to relocate out from No Tail. Brings mid one straight on in here. Going to focus on Matumba Man. He gets his blade mail off. It doesn't really matter. The BKB's there from mid one. Dark Pack comes out from Zai, but it's not going to activate in time. And Martu actually ends up falling. And he's gone for 45 seconds. No buyback. This is going to be an easy opportunity for OG to start running through the onto the tier 3 tower. It's going to keep poking at Thompson, but it's not really going to stall him out here. It's going to turn its back, and a lot of this damage gets absorbed up. Sure, he's still slowly ticking down. It doesn't really matter. There's not enough from the side of her Secret to actually threaten this Bristleback all that much. I apologise that this is getting a little bit choppy on my screen for some reason. I don't know why my FPS has fallen. Once again, they're going to pull Thompson all the way back into their base, try and lock him down. And then No Tail just comes flying on in, heals up Thompson. He's easily able to sustain that and fall back. At least Nisha didn't have to commit his RP this time. So everyone on the side of OG just waiting up on this high ground. Maybe wants to try and make a poke at anyone who tried to show themselves. But Secret, they had a ward up. They saw that mid bomb was sat there, waiting. Very patiently. But it's just, it's really difficult for Secret to try and actually make any moves. All they have to do, well, I say all they have to do, but all they can do is just try and delay this game for Matumba Man to get a little bit more online. He's got the Radiance, sure, but that's all he has. That's really all he has. He's hitting for like 180 damage a hit, which is okay. But it's 25 minutes in, and mid one just hits way damn harder. Like, he's hitting for 240 damage, and that's without Godstrength activated. Raw actually gets committed there by Seb onto Puppey. Thompson's even going to try and come around from the back lines. But this isn't going to find anything. Zai tried to go for the TP out, but the nice Bramble Maze came out there from Sarkis to hold him in place. He's going to try and go for the Reality Rift out of there, but no way that's going to happen in time. Dark Rift, sorry, not Reality Rift. Once again, Nisha going to try and bring Thompson all the way back towards the tier 3s. Gets connected on there by the LSA. Hold him in place, but it just takes so little damage. Meanwhile, mid one's just knocking on the tier 3's door. Nisha's actually getting pretty low here himself. Oh, he tried to commit there from the RP, but the fear came out from Soxa perfectly in time. So that ends, just cancels that move out completely. No Tail didn't end up falling himself. But even still, mid one, he takes down the tier 3 tower. And does quite a nice bit of damage onto the barracks itself. Nisha managed to get a kill onto Soxa at least. Even the buyback comes out from No Tail. He's relocating in here, trying to provide a little bit of support for the rest of his team. There'd already been a disengage. Actually, a smoke cloud comes out from OG. Maybe just wants to try and go for like a fake back. But No Tail, his relocate's going to be finishing pretty soon already. And he's out of there already. So this is the moment for Secret to try and make a move. Jump forward. The LSA, it connects onto Seb, holds him down. And then the Goon Blade gets committed. And the Beastmaster gets brought down pretty quickly. So Secret, they find something. They got 2 kills. I mean, there was a buyback forced from Nisha though. So it did cost them that. But it's a little bit of space. They still lost their tier 3. Plus their mid-racks took a bit of damage as well. But hey, at least Matumba Man survived. He's trying to get that. He's trying to build up that Manta style. But even still, once he gets that Manta style online, he needs more items than that. Yep, so he's actually getting gone down on by the rest of OG. He's just whacked down by that hammer from Thompson. Falls super quick. Was that Nisha and Puppey? They end up spotting out Thompson. Yep. And Seb, he's on the hunt for Matoma Man. They realise he's over here. But he would manage to get his way over top of the trees. Ooh, the Welland Axes did spot him, but not in time. So he was able to finish off that TP. Even Nisha, go over the TP out. Mid one. Use your stun. What? Was it on cooldown? I'm not sure. Meanwhile, Thompson. My god, he's miles away from his team. The RP now gets committed. The Relocate's coming in by Noto, but I don't think it's going to be in time. Thompson's going to fall. Mid one's finally here, but no, look, Thompson is still alive. They actually get a return call onto Matoma Man. Puppey falls as well. Thompson is still alive. Mid one, he just melts the range back as well. Burns through the back door. They get a skew back onto Thompson. Looks like he will finally fall. But even still, just really nice play there by No-Tail with mid one. They come on in there, get two kills in return, and finish up the range barracks as well. Very nice play there by them. Just even worse now for the side of Secret. That's even RP committed. Once again, that was RP committed, and they still don't really get that much worth out of it. Oh, Puppey. Nearly walks up onto the high ground, changes his mind, but even still, OG going to carry on committing forward. The LSA does connect onto two, holds him back for now. But even still, there's nothing Puppey can do to survive this. Zai's actually coming on in. Maybe they want to try and make some sort of counter play. They don't really have much utility to make much happen. Matoma Man does sort out respawn, comes in with the Spectral Horn, jump forward from Nisha, tries to get grabbed to B1, but the Roar comes out, plus the Fear on top. The Fear doesn't really do much, everyone's still held in place. They're trying to focus down to B1, but the heal's coming out from No-Tail. It's too damn hard. This Sven's is sustaining way too much. He's just going to turn around with his beacon be activated, doing loads of damage. Nisha ends up falling. Matoma Man's getting pretty low. He drops as well. Both of them gone. No buyback. 70-second. The Laguna gets a bit by mid one, but he still doesn't even die. Zai and Yamsor both fall. And GG is called by Team Secret. They realise that they are just way too far behind in this game, and there's nothing they can do to bring themselves back into it. Oh, that game just immediately ends. I suppose because I was like 30 seconds behind. So I guess that makes sense. But even still, very well played there by OG. Just dismantling Secret, really. Just completely poking loads of holes into their lineup. And it just didn't really seem like there was much this Secret could really do. It really didn't. They had to make that game last like another 20 minutes. And it was just too difficult. Just OG's lineup came online way too quick and just kept applying pressure. Gave no space for the Spectre to get any sort of farm online. Especially with the fact that the Magnus was also a core, so there wasn't those constant empowers on him either to actually try and ramp up his farm. So, even still, well played there by OG. Taking that first game up, and I know I was behind a little bit, so... Okay, it's not up just yet. I thought maybe the second game would have been going already, but no, not quite. That's good. That's very good. But even still, well played to OG. We'll see if they're able to keep this pressure going into the second game, or whether if Secret, they might be able to bounce back. Push this on to a game 3. We'll have to wait and see. So hopefully, I'll see you guys there. Thanks for watching that video, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it and the content I was able to provide. I am just starting out, so if you did like it and you want to support me in the future, then please think about following and subscribing to me on Twitch, Twitter and YouTube. I post on Twitter what events I plan on covering in the future and when I'm actually able to do some casts. I don't have the most free time in the world, unfortunately, so I can't provide constant content, but I can guarantee you every single time that I do cast, I'm giving it my all because I have a lot of passion for it and hopefully that does come off. So once again, hopefully you guys enjoyed it and you stick around for the next video. So hopefully I see you guys there. Cheers.